What up? What it do? It's your boy JDQ with Vision IB TV, and welcome to another $1 comic book raffle giveaway. So before we start off or even get to the raffle, I have a few things I have to say just as a reminder of the rules of the raffle. And right after that, I'll do actually, you know what? I'm gonna do an unboxing first, and then get to the rules of the raffle, and then get to the raffle. But in the meantime, if you can please, for the love of God, share the stream forward with anyone that you know of that is into comics, comic book collecting, just collectibles in general, superheroes, um, DC and Marvel characters, so on and so forth. If you know of anyone that is interested in any of that, send them the link. Send them the link to the stream, and help me help them because I am trying to be a really nice guy and give out some of these comics at as low as you know $1. All you really need is $1 to enter the raffle. If you want to put in more, you can all the way up to like $20 just to make it fair for as many people as I can. But you can enter the raffle with as minimum as $1. $1 gets you one entry. You can buy up to 20 entries in total, maximum for the raffle entries. But I'll repeat the rules in a few. Before we get to any of that, I'm going to do two unboxings. And I have mixed emotions because I'm happy, I'm excited. I might even cry with one of these two unboxings. But then the other one is kind of like I don't know what to do with it because so as many of you know, my favorite DC character is Batman. Favorite Marvel character is Spider-Man. And I recently was on eBay and there was a bidding going on for one of that issue that has both Batman and Spider-Man on the same cover. They have an issue together, like a collaborative type of issue between Marvel and DC. And I saw one that was graded at a 9.8, which I decided to like bid on because it was at an affordable price. So I said like why not if it's at an affordable price, not that big of a deal. So I entered started bidding on that one. But then there was like another one of that same issue that was not graded, that was at an even more affordable price. So I was like, let me snag that one that's not graded just in case I don't win the one that I'm bidding on. But I ended up winning the one I bidded on. So I got both, but I'm still waiting on the one that's graded. And of course, the other one's over here. So yeah, I have like mixed emotions about that. But I am happy. Like I might send it back or just I might even raffle it off. Who knows? Um, but yeah, the one that's graded is the one that I really, really want for obvious reasons, right? But yeah, the other issue, I'm not gonna say what it is. I'm just gonna like open it and hopefully y'all get it as excited as I'm gonna get once I see it. That's the one that might make me cry, and I'll tell you all why when I unbox it. But also in advance, I would like to thank every single one of you guys for for being here, even if it's for a few seconds, a few minutes, the entirety of the stream. I really, really, really do appreciate every single one of you guys. It means a lot to me. Um, and yeah, hopefully this raffle stream is another success because we've already had three raffle streams back to back this week, and they've all been success. And what I mean by success is we reached the 100 entries, whether it be by multiple people or by a few people. Like we reached the goal of 100 entries, so I am happy about that. Um, that's one of the rules that I'm gonna like try to explain later on before the raffle. Um, but yeah, let's get right into the unboxings. Let me know in the live chat if you can hear me, because yeah, I want to make sure you guys are hearing me before I move forward. So if you could drop a comment in the live chat, whether or not you can hear me, just to make sure and confirm on my end, because yeah, technically I can't hear myself because of the way the platform is set up. But leave a comment in the live chat. Let me know if you can hear me clearly, and so on and so forth. All right. So more than likely, this is the Batman and Spider-Man comic. So I'll probably open this one up first. And then I'll. Okay, good. You guys can hear me. That's good. Yeah. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible because I want to show you guys what comic is being raffled tonight. It's a very interesting one. I think some of you might kind of like scratch your heads, but I'll try to explain as best as I can as why I'm like raffling it. I should have gotten like an actual knife for this one. Okay. All right. Let's see this in all its glory, shall we? This is one of those few comics where it's like a best of both worlds type of thing. You know how they say you can't always get what you want? That's not the case tonight, because this is yeah, it's the best characters in my opinion from both sides, or at least my favorite characters from DC and Marvel. So all right, so I got this paper slip in the package. It says, "Hi, I hope that your package arrives safely and that you are happy with your purchase. I know how important getting it right means. Sometimes issues arise. If you have any problems with your purchase, please contact me. I will make it right. I want you to remain a loyal customer. If you're happy with your purchase, great. I would really appreciate you leaving me some 5-star positive feedback. What you think of me tells others what kind of service I provide. Thanks, Joe." All right, Joe. Let's see how well you did. The packing was good because used a Gemini box and bubble wrap and all that. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, I don't think I ever held this in my hand, bro. All right, hold on. Ooh. Oh man, y'all gotta see this. This is just beautiful. And obviously, I would not I would expect it to be bagged and boarded, man. But this is really really nice. I'm gonna try to see if y'all can here. Let me take off the green screen so you really appreciate it a lot better. Here, let's take out the green screen. All right, so yeah, man, this is beautiful. This is what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Like finding issues that you have like sentimental value towards. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of issues that people buy and collect like solely and exclusively for investment purposes. That's not the case with this issue with me. Like this is for, obviously not this one, because this is the one that I might potentially raffle off at some point eventually because it's not graded. Or who knows, I might keep it. But either way, man, like whether I keep it or not, the fact that this issue exists, you know what I'm saying, between these two characters that are household names in their own right, you know what I mean? And the reason why the image pops is because it's one of those covers that has I forget how it's called. But it does have like that I really do forget how it's called, and I apologize because I'm usually extremely good with words, but yeah, it's like a pop out cover type of thing. And of course, let's give a round of applause to the lovely, beautiful, amazing, fantastic, phenomenal Emily Rose in the house. So give her a warm welcome. And she says to keep it, but the thing is, like, I would, who knows? We'll see how I feel. because like I said, I won the bidding on the graded one, so I'm just waiting for it to arrive. But who knows? Maybe I don't know. I might get this. I have to see who are the artists. I mean, I know it says it on the bottom, but if those, I'm saying like I have to see if those artists are still like around. Hopefully they are. Probably get it signed and just get this one signed and like graded, just for like memory's sake, and keep them both for my PC. But yeah, man, it's come on now, come on now, like if you're like me and these are like your favorite characters from both sides, from DC and Marvel, you know what I mean? Like what more do you want? It's like the perfect cover. It's the perfect. I mean, look at that, man. Look at how the characters pop out of the cover. You know what I mean? I know I'm not. I'm probably not doing it justice with the camera and all that, but it would be hard to get rid of. I'll leave it at that. It is beautiful, Emily. Yes, it is very beautiful. I agree, wholeheartedly agree with that. Um, so yeah, we'll figure out what we're gonna do with that. Now this, my friends, this right here, I'm trying really hard not to cry because it really means a lot to me personally, just because of who the character is and what that character stands for, and you know what I'm saying, like the cultural affiliation with the character. No, but it's not the Batman cover is not hologram, William. There's a different word for it. But I don't really mind hologram covers, but sometimes they get a little ugly just because of the colors that they pick and all that. It's very rare to find like a hologram cover that actually looks nice, legitimately. But that wasn't a hologram cover. It was just like one of those like it's like a lifted cover. Like they made the characters like lifted. All right, y'all, please give me a drum roll in the live chat. All right, I don't know how y'all gonna do that, but try to give me a drum roll in the live chat because this right here, this issue right here, man, means so much to me. Like y'all don't even know, man. It really means a lot to me. And as I open it and as I explain the reason why it means a lot to me, y'all will understand. Um, I just want to make sure okay. I don't want to open it on the wrong side. Third, a 3D effect, hologram front. Maybe, maybe. You might be right. I might be wrong. All right. So this issue that I have in my hands, I'm being very, very, very honest here. I'm trying not to cry because it's all right. So, um, you know how like every culture and every ethnicity, every type of like people around the world, it's always to represent people from around the world when it comes to like artwork and especially comics and superheroes and all that. So this is the first Marvel published or Marvel illustrated Puerto Rican superhero. No. So, because people bring up like Miles Morales, people bring up, other characters that are like halfsies or whatever, like half Puerto Rican, half black or something like that. But this is the original first um, character in Marvel Comics who's a superhero and is just fully just Puerto Rican, like 100% Puerto Rican. So, without further ado, without further ado, oh man. All right. I'm gonna like show y'all the back first and then flip it to the front. So this is the back of the comic, right? It is a 9.0 white pages. It's issue number 9 of Spectacular Spider-Man, but the main character or the featured character on here, I believe it's his first official like Marvel published like comic appearance. Because technically the first appearance is in I forget the title, man. I think it's like Fist of Fury. No, not Fist of Fury. Um, man, it's an Iron uh an Iron Hand. No, not Iron Hand. I forget his name. Iron Fist. My bad. I'm so nervous. Well, not nervous. I'm like so excited to like show y'all this. I'm forgetting facts, but it's an Iron Fist comic where this character is first featured on, right? But technically, it's not like a stand-alone-ish issue, but this is. So even though it's a Spider-Man comic, it's yeah. So here's the back of it. Okay, it's the back of the comic. All right, and of course we got none other than the White Tiger in the front line at a 9.0 white pages. Look, bro, as a Puerto Rican, this is a grail. This is a mega grail. As you know, what I'm saying, as a Hispanic, as a Puerto Rican, or as some people say, like Latino, right? Um, yeah, here we go. Look, so there it is right there at the very right here, right there. If y'all can read that, let me see if I can bring it up. Boom. I know the glare and the lighting is terrible, but so it says first White Tiger in Standard Comics. So that's why I said earlier, like technically his first appearance was in an Iron Fist comic separately, outside of the usual Marvel published comics. But this is his first official like Marvel related title. Um, the White Tiger Strikes. Yeah, man. I'm trying not to cry, y'all. And the thing is, like, comics have been transferred over to like digital like reads. So I've read the issue already, like in the digital. But it's nice to like kind of sort of hold it in my hand. Oh man, this is beautiful. I'm hoping at some point to try to find me like a anything this same issue but above. Like if I find like a higher like grade to this, I probably would get it as well. Um and probably give this to somebody else. But huge grail for any Hispanic or Puerto Rican that is into like superheroes. This is like it's like an equivalent to the other character I showed you guys the other day, La Borinqueña. She's like the first. Well, technically, she'd be, I guess, the second female Puerto Rican superhero because White Tiger nowadays is a female and she is half Puerto Rican. So there's that. But huge grail, got it at a very affordable price, very affordable. Some of you probably wouldn't even believe me if I told you how much I got it for because But yeah, this is definitely going on the wall whenever I move. Hopefully this year, we'll see. But that's enough of the unboxings. It's old school. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Okay, must have been a glint in my mom's eyes when this coming. Yeah, actually, here I'll tell you what year it came out. Hold on. Man, okay, 1977, y'all. 1977. That's when this comic came out. 1977. We've got a 70s Puerto Rican superhero in Marvel Comics. So, yeah. And again, this is not technically his first appearance. This is just the first appearance in standard like Marvel published comics. So, yeah, that's exactly why we do it, man. That's exactly why I do it. Holding history, holding art history. But I'm happy about that, man. I'm really, really happy with that purchase. Um, I'm holding my emotions in. But anyways, all right. So it's already 8:37, so I apologize for they taking forever to start the raffle. But today's raffle is gonna be for the first issue of Silver Sable. All right. Now, let me explain. This is not the first appearance of Silver Sable because I forget the number, but there's a cover where she comes out in a Spider-Man comic where I think he's like on the wall and like she's not shown on the cover, but she's like in the cover somewhere, like a shadow of her or whatever. Um, but this is the first issue, like standalone issue for Silver Sable. All right. So there is talks of potentially like a Silver Sable being included in an upcoming, you know, Spider-Man movie. So like if you're looking to like buy it to like flip it or whatever, then I'm technically giving it away for $1 because again, the entries are $1, right? For those of you who are here all these days that passed, y'all know how the rules are. It's $1 per entry with a maximum of 20 entries per person. And as soon as we get to 100 entries or more, that's when the names get put in the generator, and we type them into the randomized generator, pick a winner, and get the information. And I'll be shipping the comics that were raffled this week on Saturday. So, and this, I believe this is 1992. This is from 1992. So this is like that's the word, embossed. Embossed. That's the same thing. This comic has the same thing that the Batman and Spider-Man cover has. It's in embossed. 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 Yeah. She's wearing her silver outfit, so I see what you're saying. But it looks great. Whether or not she's in the nude, which she's not, but either way, she looks great. let me let me put the homemade stand so that I'm not here holding this. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me see if I can do it this way. That's why I had the other stand over here, but I wonder if nah, I don't have anything. Well, actually, maybe if I use this, maybe. Nope, it might not work. Nah, that's too far back. Oh man, it's gonna be interesting how I'm gonna figure this out. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. It's here. It's forward. Boom. Boom. And then hopefully that's enough. All right. Does she? Does she look like that? I don't know, bro. I'm paying attention to the colors, William. I don't notice any of that, sir. So yeah, man. So I'm gonna try to find some videos that we can share, so it's not just me talking and just like the comic right there. And I'm not gonna turn on the green screen capability because then you really won't be able to appreciate the cover because there's a lot of green in there. So here, let's start looking for a YouTube video in relations to her. I'm going to type in the rules to the raffle in the live chat and just like leave it posted like on like below me on the screen. But if you guys see someone new in the live chat and they're asking like, what is this? Like, how does it work? Blah blah blah. Y'all already know the rules, so y'all can relay the rules to them. or just type the rules in the live chat yourselves if you want. Here. All right, here we go. I found a video that I used to explain a little bit. Well, I guess we can't use this one. Hold on. My apologies, friends. I got an idea. Okay, here we go. This might be. Dang, this man got almost 100. Okay. It's the only thing popping out on Pig. Is not my dirty minds. she looks like she got a job done on her chest. I mean, you know, it was the 90s, man. People were just kind of sort of discovering that whole thing. So, all right, here we go.
Greetings, true believers, and welcome to another sensational episode of History of the Marvel Universe. Today's tale begins in the cold Balkan nation of Simkaria, where, in the years following World War II, little Silver Sablanova was born to Simkarian parents Ernst and Anastasia. Shortly after his daughter's birth, Ernst Sablanov was appointed by the king to be the leader of the Wild Pack, an elite squad of soldiers dedicated to hunting down and eliminating escaped Nazi war criminals. And despite his violent profession, young Silver idolized her father. However, Anastasia wanted better for her daughter and prayed that she would never follow in his footsteps. But then one day, after sneaking away from her mother, Silver overheard Nazi spies plotting to ambush the Wild Pack. She ran off to warn her father, inadvertently leading the assassins right to him. And as Anastasia searched for her daughter, she unknowingly placed herself between the Nazis and their target. When the shooting started, it was Anastasia Sablanova who was the one to be struck down. Silver's mother died in her arms when she was only 7 years old. It was shortly after this that her hair began to change color to match her name. And despite her mother's wishes, sometime over the next 5 years, Silver began training with her father. She spent her teenage years honing her skills, becoming an expert swordsman, martial artist, and gymnast. She also developed a unique three-pronged throwing weapon that she named a chai. Meanwhile, Ernst secretly shared command of the Wild Pack with his twin brother Fritz. This allowed Ernst to accomplish tactics that required him to literally be in 2 places at once. Fritz also contributed to Silver's training, passing on his tactical and technical skills. By the time she was 17, the white-haired woman was deemed ready to join her father on his Nazi hunting expeditions. During their first mission together, Silver had a notorious fugitive at her mercy, while one of his men held Ernst at gunpoint, resulting in a standoff. Disobeying her father's order to execute the war criminal, Silver instead shot the man threatening her father, giving the old Nazi the opportunity to stab her in the side. Ernst chastised his daughter for letting her emotions get the better of her, but determined to prove herself, Silver pulled the knife from her body and threw it back towards its owner, pinning her target to the nearest wall. After the success of this mission, Ernst was gifted a castle from the Simkarian monarchy, and Silver was assigned to be his second in command. However, Ernst was growing older and more stubborn, and while Silver believed that she was ready to take his place, her father refused. Furthermore, their next target was none other than Ivan Trefkov, the man who had killed Silver's mother. Anastasia's brother, Morty, tried to convince Ernst to retire, but he was determined to have vengeance. Ironically, while Ernst chastised his daughter for not controlling her emotions, he allowed himself to make rash emotional decisions. This would be his downfall when the Wild Pack tracked down Trevkov, who had joined forces with the terrorist group known as Hydra. While he sent Silver and the rest of his team to an unmanned section of the Hydra ship, Ernst found Trevkov himself. While he could have easily taken out his enemy with a single shot, the enraged widower instead attacked with his bare hands. Fortunately, Silver had the foresight to plant a tracking device on her father and led her men right to him in the midst of his scuffle with Trevkov. She took aim at the old Nazi, but for a moment she hesitated, fearing that her disobedience in going after her father would spell the end of her career. That moment was all it took for Trevkov to stab Ernst in the chest, seemingly killing him.
Whether you're starting up or scaling up, work happens everywhere. With Shopify's mobile app, you can handle your business anywhere. Shopify, your all-in-one commerce platform.
Lashing out, an enraged Silver ordered her men to slaughter the Hydra troops. In the resulting confusion, Trevkov began to escape with his victim's body. Silver gave chase, attempting to catch her father's killer, but the tide of battle began turning against the Wild Pack, as several of their members were shot and killed. When Trevkov attempted to escape by boat, the remaining Simkarians took matters into their own hands and went after him. However, the Nazi criminal was heavily armed and destroyed the pursuing boat with a well-aimed rocket. In the end, Trevkov escaped with Sablanov's body, leaving only Silver alive. Silver learned a harsh lesson that day, that without discipline, without being able to command respect and obedience, people would die. People she was responsible for. Following this, because of her country's dwindling economy, she rebuilt the Wild Pack as a mercenary organization. Taking the name Silver Sable, she and her elite unit accepted high-paying jobs from around the world to fund their exploits and boost the Simkarian economy. While she retained her morals and would only fight for causes that she deemed worthy, she also became cold, calculating, and vehemently pragmatic. During one mission, she encountered the enigmatic assassin known as the Foreigner. Introducing himself as Basil, the Foreigner had been hired to kill Sable, but seemingly on a whim he decided not to. Following this, the two actually fought side by side, and a romance quickly blossomed between them. Falling in love for the first time, Silver Sable agreed to marry her mysterious suitor, and the two became husband and wife. Despite being together for several years, Basil continued to keep many of his dealings a secret from his wife. This came to a head when Sable was hired to guard the United States president during a peace negotiation. After an attempted assassination, Silver Sable gave chase, tackling and unmasking the would-be killer, only to find that it was, in fact, her own husband. The Foreigner used a hypnotic technique to distract Sable just long enough for him to make his escape. Weeks later, she received divorce papers in the mail as well as a challenge to attempt to kill her ex-husband before he was able to do the same to her. This became a perverse game over the next decade, as the Foreigner would lay various traps for his former wife, although neither was able to take out the other. During these years, she built the renown of her mercenary business, and Silver Sable International became the cornerstone of the Symkarian economy. She even began having annual dinner meetings with Victor von Doom, the monarch of the neighboring country of Latveria, to ensure continued diplomacy. Readers were first introduced to Silver Sable when she and her company were hired to apprehend the aging international jewel thief known as the Black Fox. While pursuing their quarry, Sable's mercenaries were attacked by the masked vigilante Spider-Man. This was because the wall crawler saw the masked trooper shooting at the old man and came to the wrong conclusion. While Spider-Man allowed the fox to go free, he did obtain the stolen jewels and turned them over to Silver Sable, the reward for which made up for the lost bounty. The masked vigilante's strength and power intrigued Silver, and she endeavored to keep an eye on him. In subsequent encounters, Silver Sable would sometimes fight alongside or even hire Spider-Man, and despite clashing ideologies, the two have become allies and occasional partners in various globe-spanning adventures. Spider-Man is not the only enhanced individual Sable has worked with, and she has also hired or recruited others including Sandman, Battlestar, and Paladin.
Aprovecha ya, llegó la temporada de camionetas. Obtén 0% de interés más $1,000 en descuento en la Chevrolet Silverado 2022. Solo aquí en Starling Chevrolet tenemos el mejor precio y el mejor financiamiento.
What do you think is the fastest way to quit your job and retire early? Renting out this $1 million house or sell this boring $15 cheese grater on Amazon? Well, the answer might surprise you. Now, I know what you're thinking, but it's not the house, and I'll prove it to you right now. This house costs $1 million to buy. If you rent it out, you make maybe about $3,000 a month in passive income or something like that. But what if I told you that people make up to $200,000 a month, every single month, selling boring products with a unique twist, like this cheese grater on Amazon? And with normal margins, this will...
In fact, it was the mercenary Paladin who first discovered the existence of the Genesis Coalition, a rogue Hydra division which employed Ivan Trevkov, the Nazi war criminal who had killed Sable's parents. And during an encounter with the forces of the Genesis Coalition, Silver learned that her father was still alive and held captive. The truth is that after Ernst Sablenov's apparent death, his brother Fritz went in search of his body. Fritz surrendered to Trevkov's forces, hoping to learn more about his brother's fate, only to be subjected to months of torture at the hands of the mad Nazi. Eventually, out of desperation and madness, Fritz joined forces with Trevkov and presented a plan to form the Genesis Coalition, secretly plotting to use it against Hydra. And part of this plan involved using the captive Ernst as a living computer, draining his mind of secrets and strategies. Silver Sable learned all of this after leading an assault on the Genesis Coalition's stronghold and encountering her uncle Fritz. Outnumbered and outgunned, Sable surrendered and was captured by Fritz and Trevkov. However, she did so knowing that the foreigner had followed her there by disguising himself as one of the Genesis Coalition's foot soldiers. Not wishing anyone else to interfere with their game, the foreigner freed Sable and joined in her assault. Silver tracked down and attacked Trevkov, the old Nazi, proving to be no match for the younger and stronger woman. For the first and perhaps the only time, Silver Sable killed a helpless opponent in cold blood. However, she had little time to consider this as she was quickly confronted by Fritz. Sable knew that her uncle's madness was the result of his months of torture, and so she wanted to save him and get him help. But before their battle could resolve, Fritz was shot and killed by the foreigner. In a rage, Silver attacked her former husband, badly battering him. After defeating him, she could have easily taken his life, but she decided to spare him, demanding that he stay out of her life from that day forward, effectively ending the twisted game between them. Fortunately, Silver was able to recover her father and return him home to Symkaria, where he could begin to recover from the traumatic experience. Reunited at last, the old man finally expressed the love for his daughter that he was once too stubborn to show. Since then, Silver Sable has continued to fight for causes that she believes in. Even during times when she doesn't have the backing of the Simkarian government, she will do what she believes is right for her country and the world at large.
And
that is the origin of Silver Sable. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, share the video, and subscribe for more marvelous content. Be sure to leave a comment letting me know what Marvel hero or villain you want to hear about next. And as always, the issues referenced in this video are listed in the description below if you would like to read them for yourself, as well as links to other places you can find me, including my Patreon page, where for only $1 a month you can get your name in these special thanks here. So until next time, true believers, Excelsior!
Okay, I think we're good. 9, 10, and 12. Oh, we got FM in the house. What's going on, brother, man? Blessings and love to you and your family. I hope you are doing well. Thank you, as always, for stopping by. I truly, genuinely appreciate it, man. Hold on. I want to see if we get like a longer video. Because the whole point is to, like, you know, come on. Trying to find like a good. Oh, hold on, maybe. These videos are like way too short, man. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but I really appreciate like actual like long videos. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just weird like that. Oh, okay, hold on. Super Sable. Moments. I guess, I don't know, 12 minutes is okay, I guess.
Oh no. Oh no.
Respect Silver Sable. I mean, she's the only person that can get away with wearing Dr. Doom's outfit. Silver Sable is one of those incredible fighters, super soldier type characters, even if they don't have superpower type characters that still can fight superpowered people, even if she doesn't, because of her fighting skills, agility, training, martial arts ability, and etc. Marksmanship, guns, because you know in Marvel and DC comics, you can do superhuman stuff with just hard work and dedication and training, right? The amazing potential of comic book humans, right?
Like a mass exodus.
That's kind of how Silver Sable is. She makes normal humans look like a joke, and she's an outlier compared to your average human on the planet of 7 billion people. Her father worked in conjunction with the government of Simkaria, created the Wild Pack, a group of professionals.
My bad. I was probably competing there with the video. I apologize. But yeah, I was just saying that I'm glad to read that people are leaving toxic communities and all that. I was the first one to do it, but it's because, you know, I saw it from afar, and I guess I just kind of like, you know, just I don't know, I just felt it coming, so I just moved out the way. But yeah, to answer your question, the Secret Invasion, that's going to be off the chain, and Miles Morales on the big screen is going. It's not going to do anything for me because I don't hold any Miles Morales comic books, but it will for sure be a huge hype amongst like Hispanics and like specifically Puerto Ricans, because Miles Morales is half Puerto Rican and half black. So the fact that we have, you know, someone representing us on the big screen, like as far as like superheroes go, as far as like Marvel published superheroes go, it's a huge win, man. So that's gonna be off the chain as well. So real quick, let me show you guys what the list looks like right now, just so everyone can have eyes on the prize. All right. So far we have William, who bought 12 entries, but he wanted to split half of his entries with Emily. So now William has 6, Emily has 6. So that's where we're at with the entries right now. All right. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited for the live action like Miles Morales Spider-Man movie. Whenever that comes out, I'm willing to wait. I'm very patient. Um, but yeah, they do. I mean, listen, you know what the problem is though. Like, these past few years have been just a wave, like a huge wave of like comic book, like superhero movies, like back to back to back to back. And so, like it's hard. It's hard to like keep the excitement going, you know, moving forward, with like the different phases that the MCU has, and Fox has stuff going on, Sony has stuff going on, right? So it's really tough to like keep the excitement and the passion for these characters like alive. Don't get me wrong. I can guarantee you that the day that they announce the date of the Miles Morales live action movie, it's going to cause like it's going to cause like a good what do you call it, like not chaos, but I guess like the positive version of a chaos. It's gonna cause pandemonium. You know what I mean? Like people are gonna be like just buying and selling left and right. Living versus native people as their no pleasing. Yeah, yeah, that's true with them. Um, so okay, interesting about DC. DC and their extended universe. It's looking like things are gonna like probably like teeter totter. So Marvel had their good run with like the first few phases of the MCU, right? And right now it's starting to kind of like slowly go like downhill a little bit. Um, but now I think with what James Gunn took over as like main like producer and director for like the DC extended universe like films, I think it's gonna probably like the hype within the like superhero genre on the big screen, it's gonna like lift DC films like higher gradually. Like the same way that MCU movies are like gradually declining, I think DC films are gonna start gradually like you know what I'm saying? Like going up. So that's gonna be interesting to see. Um like don't get me wrong, man, like DC has some great shows, and that's where like they shine the best. Like DC, live action shows, it's like where it's like their strength. Marvel TV shows, like there's like a handful of good ones, but for the most part, it's like in comparison to DC. And then on the big screen, it's been the other way around. But I think, like I said, things are gonna start like teeter tottering like the other way. Whereas DC is going to put their focus mainly on the big screen movies, right? With James Gunn now is like the main producer or director, um, and they're gonna start going upward. And the MCU and any other Marvel related project from here on out, I think it's going to depend on them exploring, um, characters like White Tiger or characters that are really great characters, but they're not given the chance to like really shine. So we'll see what happens with that. But it is exciting times, man. Oh yeah, yeah, John Cena. I've been wanting to watch the show because I've heard a lot of great things about the show, and I've seen clips and trailers of it, but I haven't sat down to actually give it a chance. So I might be doing that these coming days. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Um, yeah, yeah, you're right, but yeah, DC, it all depends on the character, but they can be very dark. And the thing is, they've been relying too much on their main characters, and they've only recently started exploring like outside like characters that are still A-list or B-list superheroes. But again, you know what I'm saying? Like for example, like Black Adam. Black Adam is an A-list slash B-list. Uh, he's not a villain. He's an anti-hero basically. Um, so with him, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the Black Adam movie. And it was like different in that it was a bit darker than the usual standard, Batman or Superman movie. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet, man. I know. I'm far behind. It's just, yeah. I started a new job a while back ago, and so now I'm doing multiple things that are either full time or like part time and then full time. So it's kind of hard and difficult to like set time aside for that specifically. But I'll get around to it, and I'll for sure give you my opinion. Um, William says, watch Power Rangers as a kid. Now they totally changed colors of the actors. They changed the storylines that much. No one really understands it these days. It's clear now. Yeah, man, and that's sad because that like Power Rangers is like an amazing franchise, and it goes beyond the shows. Like they have really awesome like storyline and story arcs within the comics because they do have a line of comics like dedicated to them. Um, she has to. Yeah, that is true. Here, hold on. Me. Okay, so for example, and I'm glad you said that, Efan, because that's very true. Um, there's a lot of story arcs within comic books that are very, very dark, especially on the DC side. Um, for example, like when like Supergirl died, that's was a pretty like, interesting story arc. Um, when Batman is infected by like the Joker's like laughing gas and becomes like someone completely different and dark. The Batman who laughs, I think. The story arc where the Joker like shoots Barbara, like Batgirl, and paralyzes her. The story arc where, jeez, when Joker kidnaps Robin, and he has him kidnapped for like a long time, and Batman is like searching all over like the city and everything, can't find him. And meanwhile, the Joker is like just going in on Robin and just tearing up his face and just like I think that one's called a Death in the Family, Part One. He just annihilates Robin, like brutally, 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 just like pretty much leaves him for dead, basically. That's a very, very, very dark story arc to explore. If they did that in live action, bro, I think they would break records. Like they would seriously break, but they couldn't. They can't just do that story arc on its own. They would have to mix in like two or three different storylines and story arcs within, and having that storyline be the main storyline. If you get my drift. But if they were to do a movie about like a death in the family, that would break box office records. There's like almost no way of screwing that up. The only thing is they would have to, they would have to make it rated R. Like, and it's tough because you want to make the movie accessible to everyone, so like kids, children, teenagers, and adults. Um, but at the same time, you want to give the viewers like that experience of like fully, you know what I'm saying, experiencing that whole like vibe, that very dramatic feel that it has. Oh yeah, yeah, Injustice. Yeah, I've seen Injustice. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I love the Injustice storyline where freaking Superman like kills Lois Lane because he thinks it's the Joker. Like, and then he just goes insane. He goes like freaking. It's crazy, bro. But yeah, the Death in the Family is like one of like the most like iconic, memorable storylines within like the Batman continuity. Um, okay. Yeah. Oh, you talking about uh hold on. Yeah. Superman does go. Superman becomes a freaking dictator. That's what he becomes. Um, I got someone in the Facebook messengers eyeing the Silver Sable comic book, and let's just do it this way. That way, y'all can like appreciate it a little better. One, there. That's a little better, I guess. Uh, no one will ever. Yeah, so Heath Ledger will forever be the most iconic, memorable Joker within Batman movies in general. So I think what they should do is try their very best to kind of like what they did with Joaquin Phoenix, where he did his own take on the Joker. That's the only way I see that like working out the way it should, you know. Man, yo, like I really wish it was like longer videos on Silver Sable. Um, what if we just have we already played this one? This is from the game. I don't want to see that. Silver Sable comics. Look, someone trying to sell it for $48. Look at this, y'all. Let me just show you. Look at this. Someone is on eBay selling the same issue that I'm gifting out for 48 bucks, and I am raffling it at the very low price of starting at $1. So, yeah, now you know. Whatever be that film. So, actually, hold on. I'm not sharing that. Never mind. Here we go. Okay, my apologies. So if y'all look at the here, let me bring it up so y'all can see it better. If y'all can see that, someone is on eBay selling their Silver Sable, the same one I'm trying to raffle away tonight. They're selling it for 48 bucks, and I'm telling you that with just $1, you are entering the chance and opportunity and possibility of owning this, and then I'll take care of the shipping. You know what I mean? The Punisher and Daredevil, yeah. Actually, I used to collect a series that they had together. Back in like 2015, 2016. I love those two characters together, man. Like, I mean, Punisher, he's a very unique character because it's weird. Like he has a code that he goes by, but at the same time, it comes off as he is just like, pretty much just ridding the earth of scum. You know what I mean? It just comes off as like he's just doing whatever he wants, but he does have, you know what I'm saying? Like Batman has a code, he has a code as well. So it's always interesting to see what he does in very difficult circumstances, you know. Um, but yeah, Daredevil. Listen, man. Listen. Um, okay. Yo, they're killing me. You know what? Whatever. Let's do this one. It's not the I don't think it's the original Silver Sable. I think it's like a different version of the Silver Sable. But whatever. We'll give it a chance. We'll give it a chance. It is what it is. Man, she always some of these females in these comics is always wearing something inappropriate and like not really helpful when it comes to like fighting. Like it's not practical, bro. Like Come on, man. Come on. It's really not practical. Does it look great? Sure. But it's not practical. But what do I know? DC make new Back to the Future as I think I saw a trailer a few weeks ago of a possibility of Back to the Future releasing another film in continuity, and it will have Michael J. Fox and the guy who plays Doc. I forget his name. My apologies, but it's supposed to have them in there. So I don't take my word for it. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't. It's not written in stone, nothing like that. But I saw a trailer. It could be fan made, but it didn't look fan made. So I guess we'll just have to wait. Um, Here, maybe there. That way I can really appreciate the issue. All right, so it is 9:18. It is 9:18, and the raffle will end at 9:30. So if you are interested in tonight's issue, um, the Cash App and PayPal links are listed in the live chat, and or on the about us pay tab. Oh, we got okay. Tracy. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Tracy Nicholas is buying 20 entries to spread them out across the board here. So that's very, very nice. Yeah. Hold on. Oops. Okay. Okay. So I guess I'll spread the 20 entries with the names that are on here. You know what? Here, we'll do it's 20 and Emily has 6, William has 6. So we'll do 6 amongst like between Emily, FM and William. So actually no, hold on. Let me do this right. Yeah. So it's gonna be 5 for Tracy, 5 for William, 5 for Emily, and 5 for FM. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Okay. So let's see. Tracy. Okay, 5. Yeah. Oops. And okay. So let me show you guys how that looks like. And by the way, yes, God bless you and your family, Tracy. And yes, this is the Tracy that bought the entries to spread them out between everyone here. Mad Max, yeah, that would be great to revisit that film at some point. Tracy, why are you making this difficult on me? Okay, we'll give Tracy's entries to Terrence. All right, so okay, now I gotta change that. Tracy, why you do this to me? No, I thank you for blessing me and everyone here with the entries. So thank you so much for that. I mean, yeah, I am lost for words. Um, Terrence, and Terrence. Okay. All right. So now instead of Tracy, we got 5 entries for Terrence, and then let me show you guys what that looks like, just so you can see how it be. All right. So um, William has started the entries, but he split his entries with Emily. Oops, my bad. And boom, so it's 5, 5, 5 for Terrence, and then hold on. I see someone here is trying to say something. Yeah, he's got jokes. All right, so yeah, Terrence did accept the entries, and he says thank you, Tracy. So he appreciates you spreading out the entries and giving them away. Um, 5 entries for FM, 5 additional entries for both Emily and William. So that's where we're at right now. Have you ever seen Brave? Of course, that's a classic film. That's God, the guy from Lethal Weapon and the guy who directed Passion of the Christ, Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson. Yeah, Braveheart's pretty cool, man. Like, I'm not into like men wearing skirts, but overall, it's a great movie. um, Feeling true really did fight off people feeling. Hey, and that's the whole point, right? As long as a movie like inspires good things to happen, then that's great. Yeah, huge, mega ultra hyper shout out to Tracy. She gifted away 20 entries for the raffle amongst the people in the live chat. So, yeah, if you were not here to experience that, then you missed out. There is about 6 minutes left in this raffle. Then I'm going to take like a 5 minute break and then talk about world news topics on a separate stream. So if you're interested in that, please stick around a few minutes after I end this stream. If not, then no big deal. But yeah, so there is 5 minutes left on the raffle for tonight. If we do not reach 100 entries for tonight, okay, we will pause it and we will continue tomorrow. I'm keeping track of like the entries, so no need to like worry about that. And of course, this, if anything, I'll screenshot this tab just in case. But I'll definitely try to leave it open. Try not to mess around with it or whatever. But yeah, whoever's interested in tonight's raffle, you have 5 minutes to enter. Like I always say, the minimum amount of entries that I wait for is at least 100. But if more entries happen between here and there, then it's accepted. It's just I try to keep the entries as high as possible. That way, more people have a chance to win, etc. Yeah, 4 minutes left now, guys. 4 minutes left, and I will end the stream. And I don't think we're gonna like meet the goal tonight. But like I said, if anything, we will pause the raffle and continue it tomorrow. Not a big deal. But yeah, just letting you guys know in advance. Right now, there's a total of like 32 entries. So 32 entries, and we're looking for 100 entries. And I don't think we're gonna make it tonight, but you can't win on the first try all the time. These past 3 nights have been back-to-back success, almost solely because of like one person. So that's always been like a plus. But I can't and I don't expect that to happen all the time. So, 3 minutes left in tonight's raffle. 3 minutes left. There is 32 entries, and we're looking for a minimum of at least 100 entries to get the name picking going. So if you know of anyone who likes Silver Sable, or likes Spider-Man, or likes comics and superheroes in general, then let them know. That way they can enter the raffle with as minimum as $1 to enter the raffle and get yourself a possibility, a chance to win tonight's comic. And this will, like, these raffles will go on until I'm completely out of my old collection or comics that I bought to flip. So that could take months. That could take weeks and months, depending on how fast and how many people we get involved within these streams. So, and before we end the stream, I want to give a huge shout out again to FM for being here. And I'm happy to hear that he's trying to, look for like a more positive, drama-free community within within YouTube. So that's good on him. I appreciate him, being here, hanging out with us for a few. It means a lot to me. And yeah, 2 minutes left, guys. 2 minutes left. Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. That's good to know, Tracy. Give her my love and my my blessing. Well, not blessings. My greetings. Tell her I said hello and God bless her. That's not a problem, man. Like, I don't expect anyone to like forcibly try to like buy entries. Like, if you can, fantastic. If you can't and you have to wait, then hey, just wait it out. Wait until whenever you can. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I don't think tonight's gonna be the night for reaching the goal. 1 minute left in tonight's raffle. 1 minute left. 1 minute left in tonight's raffle for the Silver Sable issue number 1, standalone start of the series, of her series in comics. 1 minute left, or a few seconds within the minute. All right, it's 9:30. So, because we didn't reach our goal for tonight, we are going to pause this. What I'm going to do is share the name picker real quick here. And you guys, if you want to, I don't know, take a screen record the screen, screenshot it or whatever. The names on here, however you want to do it. And then, like I said, I'm not going to refresh this page. I'm not going to close it down. I'm going to keep it up. Hopefully it stays up. Hopefully it doesn't go away. But in case it does, I will be screenshotting the screen or whatever, just in case. But yeah, those are the entries so far. Okay. So that being said, I'm going to head out and I'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys spreading the word and sharing it forward. And I'll close out the raffle stream. And if y'all give me like between 5 and 7 minutes, we'll get started on the actual Vision Eye View TV standard show. All right, so let me take this out the way. Love you guys. And I really do mean that every time I say it. I really do love every single one of you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a few minutes. You who are interested in watching chill stream from VEBC here on YouTube. Till next time, God bless, stay safe, and peace out. It took forever for me to say that, right?